Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever. This is another ladder game, because there are just so many of them these days, and it has to be down to the ladder arena. Created by Mountain, probably the best move ever in making the top level of ladder active. Shout out to Mountain. Also, he has a channel, so check that out. It's linked in the description. He casts games and he does it very well. Go check him out. Also, Mephi made a cast or a replay analysis of a game he lost versus Bladir. It's quite a nice video, especially if you're interested in bit more detailed analysis. So the players, Seal, that's Thomas, and we have Torrent over here in the red, and they both have Seraphim. The map is red rocks, and Seraphim definitely a nice faction for this map. Zuis, Zuis are just such amazing units, and when you got water like this, it's just perfect for them. So we have, it looks like he sent his first engineer this way, which is kind of strange. Thomas, while doing similar things, at the start you do have to do some rock clicking. It definitely helps a lot, because you can see here, for example, there's sort of trees, the alien trees. They're not half as valuable as the rocks, and also you're going to grab the rocks a lot faster with a manual order. So you start getting some of that mass here, and you assist the ACU quite quickly, and you also need to expand quickly to middle. So you can see Torn doing that. He doesn't even go for the mechs. He is prioritizing the factory. Maybe that's a good move, because it takes extra few seconds to walk to the mechs, then a mechs takes 13 seconds to build, so that's a lot more time if you walk to the mechs. So he's going to immediately build once he gets onto the beach, and so he's actually going to basically have second land. Now, to make up for that, he's going to have maybe slightly more pigeons than maybe Thomas does. Let's see. Well, actually, Thomas is the one going for more pigeons, and I think I see why, because we have a transport here. See, Thomas is actually just taking reclaim in middle. He's not building. It's pretty strange. He has an attack move from the factory here, which basically you use an attack move from the factory with Alt and right click. Then your engineer is going to go to that point and reclaim in a large radius. Is it a bug? Is it a feature? Well, it's been a feature for a long time. So as of now, it's definitely a feature. Interceptor comes out, and Thomas might be in behind this interceptor. If he does a bit of micro there, he can actually turn right in behind it and kill it for free. But even so, he's still got free shots. So he is going to get the kill. Now, with perfect micro, you would actually take no damage there on that Inti. But he's kind of busy loading and sending off his transport. So he takes out the first interceptor, and his transport is going to Torrent's side of the map. Oh, look at this. This engineer just went past. If this engineer was still walking here, then he would spot it, but it looks like he... Well, this is going to be interesting. So, nothing in middle, however, for Thomas. He's making another air factory, more power, assisting his air factory here with a lot. He's not expanding. That's kind of bad, not getting the mass. He should be getting that. But this is the story right now. Let's see his economy. Well, you can see how much power it takes to put up these factories. 35 power each. That's expensive. And it's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna have to stop this air production. I think he's also building power at the same time. So it's really hurting his economy to have so much build power building these factories. His production, his mass production is at 6. So that's quite nasty. Maybe a slight error to maybe he had too many engineers on board there. Maybe. So now let's see how he plays this. We have some rally points down to here, but it looks like he stopped this for Sui. Does Torrent see anything? No, he doesn't. Now Torrent's probably wondering what's going on with Thomas's middle, because already Turin has 4 factories up, making a 5th. So he's sending tanks immediately right to this spawn because he doesn't see anything. He's probably wondering, why does Thomas have nothing here? And look, he's gonna see that there's like 1 engineer. And at that point, now he's got to be like wondering what the hell is going on here. So one thing he could consider would be maybe Thomas going for like a comm drop, in which case Thomas would probably be finishing T2 right now, or be hopping on a transport very shortly. But that's not what Thomas is doing. And actually Torrent has vision, or has seen 3 air factories, and none of them have gone to T2. So it's probably not going to be a comm drop then. So what does Torrent do now? Let's see. Well, you can see he immediately thinks could be a snipe potentially, just an immediate snipe. But again, he doesn't see T2 air. Okay, here comes the scout, and it's not denied. Well, okay, it will get killed, but it sees everything. Sees the commander not upgrading. Sees actually T2 air has just begun. Okay, here we go. A radar is built, and he sees a lot of red. He sees a lot of grey dots on his map. And now it's time for Turin to move. And here come the Zuis for the base. What's here? There's a single land factory that's trying to get a tank out. Trying to build another land factory. That's not gonna happen. No way in hell is that gonna happen. Now he puts his air over it to see, and well, he sees everything, immediately starts building power in the center island because he has no faith in this base surviving. It's gonna get wiped so quickly. Antier here takes out the bomber, multiple antiers as well. This whole base is doomed. Bombers coming out are getting killed quite quickly by the anti-air. All this power, look at all the power, it's gonna go down so fast, all this production. And now I think Thomas needs to very quickly take this base as soon as possible. Torrent still has the entirety uncontested of the middle island with all of this reclaim and mexes, but look at this. So much investment getting destroyed. Huge investment for Thomas. You can see this is why there's no factories in middle. There's no way he could afford to build all these factories and also contest middle, of course. Thomas has gotten the corner as well. That's nice. A nice pickup for him, although he has nothing here other than the engineers. He never built anything, and Torrent actually, in a very nice move, is going to take that back. And Torrent already has this corner where he's also building some power. Let's see Torrent's power. He actually has the same power as Thomas now, which is insane. Thomas, with T2 air finished, is making gunships. Of course, there's going to be no inti production for a while for Torrent, but let's see how much he has left over from that time when he did have a base. 12 intis for Torrent, 15, so not that many more for Thomas. Oh, there goes your naval factory. That's a waste. Immediately killed by Zuis, and the Zuis are coming onto land, and there's power production right next to the beach. Now, one thing that is definitely a plus for Torrent is that the beach only lasts the beach is only along here, and the rest of this is cliffs, so the Zeus have to come up here. And on this side, well, there's quite a lot of beach here. And is he really going to lose all these factories? There are units coming out which will kill the Zeus, but how much damage can the Zeus do before that happens? Some of the tanks may still get pinged by the Zeus shells because there are just so many of them. You can see the tanks dying. And he's found the power production. If we look at Thomas's POV, oh, he has no vision. It's very poor scouting by Thomas. He needs, if he knows, oh, he's found some more power, and he's found all of these P-gens. Oh, they're all going down before the Zeus go down. He needs to finish this one off as well. We need a transport. We need multiple transports. We need, well, Thomas has a lot of mass here he can grab. Needs to be very quick about getting that. I think, oh, we just lost a gunship. Here comes, he's trying to sneak a transport in. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, the inties are already on him, are they? Oh no, they're not. They just accidentally got him. Oh, this is a nice pickup potentially for Thomas if he takes out those inties. Oh no, he's gonna lose the transport. Damn, that is sad, because if he could get this top plateau as well, that would be really nice for Thomas. He's sending so many Zeus across, but they will... Ooh, a lot of damage on Turin's ACU there. But he is going to lose those Zeus, and they're pretty expensive. He's still making all of this T1 land. Maybe that's not the best investment at this point. Maybe it's time to stop or even recycle some of these factories, because he needs mass. He needs more damage because Torrent still has the middle, and he has regained, he still has P-gens there. And T1A turrets are going up in various locations for Torrent. And look at this, Torrent successfully took back the corner, and he has the other corner as well. Power up here. Oh, more P-gens going down, but far more Zeus at this point. Tanks patrol the beaches, and bombers are taking out the engineers that are trying to get the reclaim and rebuild the mechs. We need a radar. We need, imagine, all he needs is one transport. If he had one transport and transported some Zeus up here, he could kill all of this. Look at all the power, and a hydro. And extra mexes as well. Look at he's ground firing this mex up here. Just one transport. Maybe an air factory here to build a transport would have been really nice. But as it is, all this T1 production is just... It's not going to do it, is it? Thomas has, well, some T1 Navy. He's just making T2 air now. But let's see what he can do. I mean, the corners, they're they're just well defended. They're not going to die to gunships. I mean, unless Thomas can build several more of them, he's not going to be able to kill this stuff efficiently. And if we look, yeah, Thomas has far less income as it is. And Torrent still has barely even started on the reclaim, let's be honest. Like, look at this. There's a lot of reclaim left in middle for Torrent. Thomas is now making T2. I think maybe this comm drop is coming. But Thomas, with no mass to speak of, is in a bad spot. He does still have some mass down here, maybe. Or are those trees? No, they're trees. Damn. I think Thomas has run out of steam right now, unless this T2 can do something amazing. I wonder what the plan is, though, for the T2. It's tricky to know what he can achieve. I mean, he could definitely land here, but I mean, can he like take back the corners one by one with T2 ACU? I don't think that's gonna be valid. It's quite risky without that much payoff in comparison to, say, just dropping Zeus on these islands. That would be probably more effective, certainly safer and cheaper. He's trying to do work with the gunships. That is for sure. A drop up here would have been so nice. I think that's definitely a missed trick. This move from Torrent, getting this corner back, is huge. Because I think he even got reclaim from that. I don't think ThomasH had taken all the reclaim on that corner. Maybe it's just a good old snipe that's on the way. T2 transport on the way. T2 ACU is finished. No gun though. If he made the gun, that would make me very excited for a snipe. If he drops next to the ACU, gets the gunships, the Notha in there. Maybe has subs in the water as well. But with T2 ACU, it's going to be difficult because, again, 25 mass income. With 25 mass income and only 500 power income, it's going to be difficult to actually spam PDs or anything. But let's see what happens. Oh, he's going for the corner, is he? He is. He's going for the corner, so he's going to try to take the corners back one by one. Okay, gets a little drop here. But if he doesn't move, he's about to get pinged. Oh, he's moving. But is he too late? Oh, he is. He only moved 2 of them. The other, well, 2 go down. The rest of them are going to go down very quickly as well. Unfortunately. Still no radar on the bottom side, and he still isn't able to take this back. The bombers from these factories up here have done very well. And ThomasH, oh, he's going to take huge damage here from these PDs. And standing still all this time. May get pinged by some Zuis as well. Okay, 1 PD goes down. Or changes sides. A little Wallalo action. Another Wallalo. And another PD. Turn to the cause. But now, to try to do this as fast as possible, I think he needs to capture a factory and leave. Capture a factory and get the hell out. But does he still have his T2? He does. He still has the T2 transport. Needs to bring this over. Get out of here as fast as possible so he can keep doing damage. But in middle, we see T2 Max is coming from Torrent. A TML launcher. Or rather, a TML. And T2 land. Now, T2 land, that's going to give him access to the flax. Also, he can send Yenzines across and maybe do some harassment. Transport returns. And where's ThomasH going next? Oh, that's a dead transport. Torrent doing well with an inferior air force to catch some threats. Can he catch the ACU? Well, I hope that would be underwhelming. Oh, T2 land on the plateau. That's going to be MMLs. A couple flags to defend and then MMLs. He's really going to make ThomasH regret not dealing with this plateau behind the base. Oh, that's something. Died there. Maybe bombers. Oh, T1 bombers coming after the TML. It's, I assume. ThomasH goes straight for the middle now. His transport is doomed. Turin trying to set up his own drops, it seems. And what is ThomasH doing? Well, he's building a PDs. He's building T1 PDs around his ACU. That doesn't seem all that useful when there's that many Zuis around. But maybe he can like secure some reclaim. I'm wondering what these dead units are. Maybe they're just dead gunships. That's probably a dead Notha. We've had a lot of T2 air go down. ThomasH finishes 1 PD. Oh, the air looks pretty even now. Certainly, I think ThomasH may have a lead. Actually, Turin running out of fuel on some of these. Damn, these things have vets on them. These out of fuel inties. Showing how good a job Turin's done. But ThomasH, yeah, this air is quite close. And it's not so close anymore now that Turin's Air Force is dying to T1 PD. Not ideal. Oh, the T2 Mexes are going up in middle though. And a T2 radar. Yenzin's trying to deal with the frigates and Zui's. That's going to be tricky. T2PD now, as Thomas somehow tries to make a beachhead on the far side of the mid-island. Now, what I really would have loved to see, just a complete surrounding of Torrent. That would be a good situation for Thomas. But this is a bad situation. MML is going to stop him from taking this island. He's also not making any T2 mexes, just concentrating on trying to get more and more map control. But if he can take out some T2 mexes from Torrent, that would be really good for him. But he doesn't really have much vision still. The scouting is not on point for Thomas, unfortunately. And there's MMLs taking out his PDs in middle already. And Thomas looking a bit lost with his ACU. Now he's going to meet up with some Zuis. He's building a PD to take out this stuff. But still, looks like Torrent has enough. I mean, still has an Air Force. He doesn't have an ACU upgrade, so he has to be a bit afraid of some damage coming his way. Doesn't have much flak either. Only one on the middle island. But some AA turrets, so it's not feeling too bad. This is Torrent's new base, right in the middle of this island. I think there's... We need transports to get across here. Need some transports to get down to this side where all the Zuis are at. There's so many Zuis still. Drops still have a lot of potential to do damage. Like up here. And even drops from this side could get in potentially. There's T2 mexes all over the place that could be killed. But the base that Thomas is trying to build, there's MMLs on the plateau above, and that's going to make it impossible to build a base. Notha trying to kill some T1 mexes. Needs to be going for T2 mexes. Grab a couple Nothas and go snipe those T2 mexes. That would be a nice option. The frigates not achieving much, and that's why they're no longer in production. They can't really... All they can do, maybe you could keep some here to defend against Yenzins. But now we've kind of... Well, it's a bit chill, and the income is quite even now. Has Thomas started making T2 mexes? No. He hasn't. Oh, he has. In fact, he has one. He has a T2 gen. He has the gun on the way, and that could be dangerous. Could have a gun ACU supported by Zuis, although, well, the T1 production is now stopped. Still, there's even a T2 mex up here. Still, this goes on. This plateau has to be killed. And here come the transports. Maybe it is going to be killed now. Oh, even a T2 mex in this corner. You can see them getting spread out. Maybe we could have redropped the ACU a couple times instead of going to middle. Let's see the reclaim amounts. Torrent with more reclaim. You can see that even though Thomas got a base to reclaim, it didn't even matter because Torrent got so much mid reclaim and he hasn't even grabbed it all. Here comes that gun ACU with the T2 upgrade. What can he do? Well, he's going to kill this stuff again. Get rid of it. Stop them getting that reclaim. MMLs. I love when terrain actually comes into play. It doesn't come into play that often. As in different levels. Oh, Torrent has the gun himself as well. And he's shooting Thomas while Thomas shoots a T1 factory. That means Thomas does not have vision on this ACU. Oh, the Zuis are coming for him though. He's forced to dodge. And if you have to dodge back and forth, that's going to let the opponent AC get into range of you. So what is it? You take the damage from the AC or you take the damage from the Zooies? Oh, is this the final act here? Maybe Thomas is going to go for the kill. Where's the... Oh, the Nothas are going after the power generator. Maybe they should be going for the AC right now. No, Thomas backs out. T2 PGen goes down, but 3 Nothas lost. Might not be worth it in my opinion. I think PGens or Mexes might be a better option if you can save a Notha or save a couple Nothas. Oh, we finally have the drops up onto the plateau. Go, go, go. Don't forget about it, Thomas. Oh no, the MMLs. Take out a couple Zooies and the transport. And there's some Zooies up here to defend. 4 Zooies are not going to kill this. We need more damage to be done. Zooies also... Oh, look at this. Trying to ground fire. Because he doesn't have vision. My solution would be to scout. But his solution is to ground fire. That works too. I mean, unless you misplace it slightly. So this T2 gun ACU... I don't know where he's going. Where is he going? Why doesn't he... He could stay here and take this reclaim, but he's not doing that. I don't know why he's in the water. And now the Yenzines turn their attention. They don't have to defend. There's nothing to kill over here because the MMLs have taken care of all the buildings. And now the Yenzines turn to the main base where there is nothing. There's nothing, as in there's some very important things, but there's nothing to defend with except some engineers. They managed to throw up a PD. And maybe that will actually be enough, this single PD. Oh, the Notha gets a nice hit there. But some of these are going to escape. Well, only one. Oh, this one just dodges enough shots. But the Notha should be able to take care of these, potentially. Nearly there. Now you can get tickled to death by the T2 transport. Oh, some attempted damage to MML. These MMLs have been amazing. Just amazing. Well, that's actually ended up being a mass donation there. And we did lose some build power, a T2 engineer, most notably. Other than that, though, defended. Not too bad. T2 mechs also on this island. T2 storage mechs here. T2 on storage mechs here. This base has to be taken. Now, one option. Still an option. Drop the ACU up here. Drop the ACU up here. And then you will for sure take this out. Why are there so many Yenzines up here? Even with all those Yenzines, gun T2 commander will mop the floor. And I think that's what he's going to do. Yes. That's good. All this mass left for Turin is really not good, but I like this. The problem is, I mean, how is Torrent going to win this game? He definitely is in an advantageous spot. Oh my god, T3 mechs. He's making a T3 mechs extremely quickly, I might add. Yeah, he has mass in the bank so fast on this T3 mechs. He is going to stall, it's going to slow down. But he's almost there, but without stalling, he got to 90% on that T3 mechs. That's so insanely quick. No! What's he doing with the T2 transport? What's he doing? It's gonna die. Oh, why did you do that? Now you have 200 HP. You really gonna get on that transport with an ACU? I don't think so. Oh boy. Is that the play? Can he really? No. You have a gun commander. Maybe he's afraid that if he goes up there he'll never get back down. That's the only thing that you've got to be afraid of. Obviously, that's a risk. But I think you can always get down, really. And no, Thomas calls it a day. I think he saw the T3 mechs. I think he saw the T3 mechs. And maybe he's just ashamed that he made a T2 artillery as well. And died of shame. That's what I'm guessing. Death by shame there for Thomas. Damn, that was a really nice try from Thomas. That's unfortunate. I think that definitely... Well, Torrent did extremely well. Instant reaction with the power. Because that's the... I mean, that's the trick there, is that you have to have some power production before you lose all your P-gens here. And he did. He got some P-gens up in the middle. I mean, it's extremely expensive to replace all those power generators and replace the factories, but he got the P-gens up and managed to get some anti-air up as well, so he didn't take too much damage. Took this island back, and then the MMLs were sick. MMLs are sick. I think Thomas could have been more active with the ACU drops. He could have dropped. I mean, I wasn't sure about the T2 ACU drop, but it was quite late. But it was working. I mean, he took back this island quickly. Maybe the foray on the mid island wasn't that useful, but definitely kept Torrent occupied for a while. But yeah, some drops up here, quick drops to stop any of this crap happening. He could have dropped the ACU up there later on even. And yeah, maybe he could have just dropped everywhere. If he had surrounded Turin and left Turin just on the middle island, I think Thomas would have been in a really good spot. But as it was, he wasn't able to do that. And Turin takes this one. Very interesting game. Nice strategy there with the proxy. Turin was not ready for that and worked so well. So we'll play both these players. Nice, interesting play there. Hope you enjoyed this cast. And tune in soon for a new one.